What is going on, guys? Linus here with some more Black Ops 2 gameplay. It's another pretty old game. It's kill confirmed on the map something. What the hell is this called? I know all the maps because I've played it so much. I just don't remember what it's called. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I will probably think of it sometime in the future. I was using an SMR for like the first time I ever got the gun with a terrible reflex scope, the peak thing. It looks pretty terrible. I hate it. I prefer just a normal scope, so I don't know why I used this, but I switch weapons around here and there in this game. It's not my best game. I think final score is like 37 and 13, which is pretty decent if you ask me. The beginning is absolutely terrible. I don't know how I didn't see that guy, but that's, you know, if you start watching back your older games, you make way more mistakes, so don't hold it against me. I guess I was using a Vector here, huh? Okay. Vector's actually my first weapon that I got gold camo for. I love the Vector. It's great. And actually, I prestiged it twice as well. I basically did everything you can do with the Vector. And I got all the attachments. I'm basically done with it. Anyway, that's not the point. I wanted to talk about what I think of Black Ops 2 so far. I mean, I haven't really made any videos about this so far, except for that one free-for-all video. That's not really... I don't know why. I just guess it's because a lot of people hate Call of Duty. I'm not sure why that is. I'll probably talk about that in another video, I don't know, to discuss the hate for Call of Duty. But I've been playing it a lot, and I've only made one video, which is not really, I don't know, it doesn't really add up. I always like, posting videos of stuff that I enjoy at the moment, so, I mean, Dragonborn is awesome, I like it, so I'm gonna keep doing that. But I've also been playing lots of Call of Duty, so I think I should upload some more, like, multiplayer footage. The single player got like 0 views, so I'm gonna stop doing that. Single player isn't that fun. It's been such a long time since I got Call of Duty. I don't think I've ever gotten Call of Duty for the single player. It's always been about the multiplayer for me. I mean, I bought Call of Duty 4 when I didn't even know there was like a multiplayer, and it was a big deal. I just got it because it looked cool. It was a shooter game. There were guns. And I was young, so I got it, and then I started getting into the multiplayer, and it was amazing. And after that, I just, bought every Call of Duty pretty much that came out just so I could play the multiplayer. And I have to say, Black Ops 2 is probably, for me, the best Call of Duty to date. Oh yeah, I was using a black hat, so you can see me hacking, like, care packages and stuff. I'm just making a lot of rookie mistakes, but it doesn't really matter. But basically, every Call of Duty to date I've bought after Call of Duty 4. I have bought the first Call of Duty on the original Xbox, but that only had campaign. Which was good. I actually really liked it, but it's not multiplayer, so I can't really compare that to this. But basically, I got COD 4, which I loved. I got World at War, which I also loved. I got Modern Warfare 2, which I hated within like a couple of weeks. I think I prestiged twice before I realized I didn't even like the game anymore, and I just stopped. Then Black Ops came out, which was my favorite Call of Duty to date, because they basically made the kill streaks way less overpowered. It was more about skill. And it was just a lot of fun with all these simple score streaks, and I really liked the maps. Firing range was awesome, and I was just really into Black Ops, the first one. And then Modern Warfare 3 came out, and I was really unsure, but in the end I gave in. I got the game, and it was absolutely terrible. I hated it, and I didn't even prestige once. I didn't even reach like the level you have to be to prestige. I just thought it was an absolutely terrible game, and I just stopped playing it altogether. And when I saw a trailer for Black Ops 2, I was like, they're going to the future. This can either work and be awesome, or it is going to be terrible and destroy everything that I love about this franchise. And basically, I asked my friend, do you want to go to the midnight release? Because I wasn't really sure if I wanted to get the game, but, if someone else wanted to join with me and, go to the midnight release, then I would probably get the game. And sure enough, he said yes, so I went with 2 friends, I got the game. I wasn't really sure about it. Still, even when watching gameplay, I just wasn't sure if it was going to be fun, because I watched some gameplay of people that actually played it beforehand, like Hutch and whatnot, and CNanners, and I wasn't really sure. It looked pretty cool, but I wasn't really sure how it played. And in the end, I actually love it. I started out playing, and as it turns out, this game is way tougher to do well in than any other Call of Duty to date, in my opinion. My KD is like the lowest in this, which is like 1.6. Mostly because there's no overpowered kill streaks. There's very little, overpowered things you can abuse. And it's all pretty balanced in my opinion. I mean, the SMGs were really strong in the beginning. They've been nerfed now. I would not be surprised if they get nerfed again. But even the kill streaks or the score streaks are pretty easy to avoid. Like the Hellstorm missile, which I was just using. You can just go into a building and you're fine. Or just use Cold-Blooded, or is it Blind Eye? I'm not even sure anymore. I think it's Cold-Blooded. But basically everything is sort of, you know, sort of balanced. And even the great perks, like you had Sleight of Hand, which was just an amazing perk. It's now been reduced to an attachment in Fast Mags, and I just feel that it's way more balanced. Like in even in Black Ops, you had like the dual mags, which gave you way faster reload and also gave you just a shitload of ammo. And now it's just a faster reload, and it just feels very fair. Everybody can pick everything. And what I also love about this game so far is the Pick 10 system, where you can basically just adapt your classes to your playing style. I mean, if you absolutely hate the third perk, you know, like most of the time I just use like Dexterity or Engineer. But maybe you've got a class where you don't really feel like you need it. You can just, you know, take it out and use a second perk from another perk slot. And I just feel that it just sort of gives you a lot of room and space to sort of discover the way that you would like to play. I mean, you can even use, you know, no weapons or no attachments. You know, whatever you want to run with, you can do it. And I personally feel that this is the best Call of Duty to date. Since, like I said, the score streaks aren't really overpowered. It's mostly, you know, it comes down to player, you know, gun-to-gun action, or whatever you want to call it, gun-on-gun action. Just the gunplay, you know, it's no longer about who can get a Harrier or an AC-130. It's all about, well, it is still about who sees who first. I mean, let's be honest, this is a shooter. And it's that way in pretty much every shooter. If you see someone's back and you've got a good weapon with which you can shoot them from that range, that person is dead. That's how it works. That's how it works in pretty much any shooter. I mean, there is exceptions like Halo, where, you know, you don't die as fast, but you will probably still die if there's no cover. But in most shooter games, it works this way. Someone sees your back, and you will die. You know, that's... A lot of people always complain about Call of Duty like this. Honestly, there's a lot of complaints when it comes to lag. I personally have no lag at all. I have a pretty good connection. This may be because I'm European and we have... Generally, I think we have better internet than in America or Australia or whatever, wherever the hell you're from. But I have pretty great connection in like every game I play. I hear people like posting stuff on the internet like, oh yeah, and I shot a full magazine on this one guy, which is, you know, I'm pretty sure that it's just exaggerated. And then they're saying that the guy just turns around and kills them with one bullet. That's not how the game works. I've never experienced this at all, so I'm pretty sure that these people are kind of full of shit. I'm only talking from my own experience. Maybe if you have absolutely terrible connection, maybe you got like rats eating your internet cable or something. I don't know. Maybe you should check that out. Get an exterminator or whatever the hell that's called. But for me, it runs pretty well. There is some not actual lag, but just like the graphics can keep up sometimes, like the Xbox. I mean, the Xbox is pretty much at the end of its run, you know. It's an old console. It's been around for like 6 years. Oh, that was an enemy. Holy shit. So, you know, obviously it's going to have trouble with the newer games. That's why I'm just afraid that if, like, for example, GTA 5 comes out on the Xbox, it's going to be absolutely terrible. But I guess we're going to see about that. But yeah, so far, Black Ops has been a great experience. I haven't really enjoyed myself with a Call of Duty game this much since Call of Duty 4, or the first Black Ops. I mean, I've only had the game for less than a month, I think, and I'm already 3rd Prestige, going on to my 4th one. Granted, I have a lot of free time, but I'm just enjoying the hell out of it. My KD keeps steadily increasing. This game is very different from the other Call of Duties. It's not as easy to get, you know, kill streaks and stuff like that, and your KD is probably going to suffer from previous Call of Duties. That's just the way it works. You have to get used to the things again. Everything's different. Also, I like the maps. Most maps are pretty cool, except for Aftermath, which I hate, and what else? There's a few maps I'm just not a really big fan of, but there is some really cool maps that I really enjoy playing. So yeah, I mean, I think it's a really good game. Should you spend $60 on it? I mean, if you're a really big Call of Duty fan, then probably you should. But if you're not that great at the game, and you're likely to get really frustrated and angry at the game being too hard for you, then you probably should not get it. I'm just gonna say that right now. I see lots of people getting mad about that. I mean, If you're bad at the game, and then you're going to start blaming the game and saying it's bad because you're terrible at it, then you probably should not get it, because that is just a bad choice. Anyway, 179-78, pretty tight there. And my final score was 37-12. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll talk to you later.